Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not sure how much of this you can hear because there's like 25, 30 mile an hour winds. And the pier I'm standing out on, I'm trying not to get wet because the waves are coming up over the sides here. But today, since it's Sunday, I'm starting later on. I don't like starting before noon on Sundays. But I have to do a couple commercial yards this morning. Then I have to, this afternoon. And then go do my loop around, which takes about 3.5, 4 hours, something like that. So let's go get the trailer load up and let's get started. So as I'm cutting the lawns today, because I've been getting some of the smaller commercials, I have 3 commercial yards left to do, and then before I go do that loop. And I wasn't planning on doing any of them commercial lots or yards. But Vicky mentioned, as you know, she's not with me, but I'm working by myself. She mentioned, well, why don't you do them commercial lawns since it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow? I never looked at the weather report for tomorrow. It's supposed to rain all day long and we have 17 yards to do. So I should have been out early this morning instead of this afternoon to take care of all them commercial properties that there's nobody there because the businesses are closed. So anyhow, as such is life. I was only planning on being just on that one little loop there, and that takes about 3.5, 4 hours. I can't remember exactly. I can never remember for some reason. I can't never remember, but so I'm going to go out and do the one commercial. I don't know if I know you've seen it once. Maybe I've seen it twice this year. I don't know. I'm going to drop a camera right there because now I'm so far behind because I wasn't paying attention. I'm not really behind, but I need to get these done so we don't get any farther behind this week, because this is our big week where we cut pretty much everybody's lawn this week. You know, so we have every other week, and then we have regulars. Well, because the way the season's been, and they all got bunched up, and they're all bunched up on this week right now. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle this week just to get everything done. We'll be working till dark a lot this week. So I guess when we get to that yard out there, I'll drop the camera and we'll get a video there. got all my commercial yards done, and I got everything, the small stuff all loaded up now, and I'm heading out of town. And I do all them the small outbuildings there, and it's going to take me way past dark. There's no way around it. I'm just out of time today. And now, you know, I should have started earlier, but I had to get my billing done because it was supposed to have been done yesterday, but I worked all day yesterday. And then last night was our bowling night, or supposed to be, but the league ended up folding, so now we don't have a bowling night. So we just got to figure out what else we're going to do on Saturdays, because that's what we look forward to in the wintertime for Vicky and myself, is go out and hang out with our friends and bowling. But so other people had better ideas and better things to do, so that league folded up, and now we got to figure out what else to do. So I have, I think, 6 or 7 yards to do. But the problem is they're so far spread apart there, and it's just going to take me a while to drive to them. It takes longer to drive to them than it does to cut them. I think I mentioned that before, but it's been going on lately. I guess I want to touch back on when I started this channel last year. I started the channel last year because I could not find the information that I was looking for when I started the lawn care business. And yeah, I saw videos of people mowing lawns and everything, but I didn't see the back end part of it. And I didn't see what people were going through. I knew cutting grass, that's no brainer there, that's kind of a thing. But what I was looking for is what you had to go through and what it would take to mow lawns, and what kind of things you had to deal with. Well, when I started this channel, I wanted to leave everything in the videos as I could to make it as real as I could. And so that is what I am doing. If I am frustrated, that camera's on and I'm recording to let you know what's going on and how frustrated I am with a couple customers or not. And by me doing that, it also opens me up for the critics and the haters. And I've been deleting a lot of them lately just because I've been frustrated with a bunch of people lately. But I also got to understand is every year I eliminate 10% of my lawn care customers. Those people that I've been frustrated with are the ones I'm eliminating because they are always going to be calling me, always going to be yelling at me, always going to be nitpicking everything I do, because that's the people they are. And they were doing the same thing with the people before me. They were nitpicking, and then when I started them, some of these customers I've had for quite a while, and I'm tired of dealing with them. Because normally when I go in and give an estimate to the yard, I like the customer to be there so I can talk to them. And I find out usually within 5 minutes whether I even want them as a customer. Because if they're picking apart the previous lawn care person, they're going to do the same thing with me and with Vicky. And it is too much of a stress, or it's too stressful to deal with customers like that, especially since there's so many other nice customers out there that are looking for us. So that is kind of a thing that's been going on, because I've been blocking a lot of people lately and deleting a lot of nasty messages again. And it happens all the time. It kind of goes in spurts, so it's kind of, this is going to be edited out quite a bit because there's a lot more I said, but I can't appropriately say anything like that. So anyhow, on to the next yards here. Well, things are going along pretty decent for me this afternoon, or this evening. Yeah, it's 7:15 right now. I have I got 1, 2, 3, I got 4 yards left, so that should take me all the way up to about 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'm going to be the last 2 yards I'll probably be doing by the headlights, so I'm going to be done a little bit earlier than I anticipated with the mowing part, and then I'll have to get everything ready tonight for tomorrow, and because I didn't gas anything up from yesterday yet, so I got to get all that cleaned up, or gassed up, and get everything cleaned up and checked out for tomorrow. So I got to do that yet tonight. Hopefully nothing is loose or broken, and I don't have to worry too much about it. But I'll also be might have some time tomorrow because they're talking about rain for tomorrow. So I don't know, that's 50% chance, but we will see what happens. And if it does rain, I'll just do a full service on both mowers because they both need oil changes. I should have done them last week, but I just didn't have time to do it because of how things went down. So I was planning on doing things on Saturday, which ended up not happening because of Tuesday, Wednesday rain. So this week it has to get done. You know, they're a little bit over, but not too bad. So, and that way I get, when I do the oil change, I check everything all over everywhere. Check for all loose bolts or missing pins or whatever. I'm just always looking for everything. And, last week I went through and checked all the tire pressures and made sure they were all even and everything's all good there. So on to my next few yards here. Oh, here I am back at my shop again. I got everything all done. Actually, I missed 2 yards. I did not get to them because it was dark out, and I'm just exhausted from today because I was out all day long. Well, not all day long, but most all day long, mowing these yards and just driving that loop around for 4 hours or 3.5 hours, whatever it is, just wears me out. And so now I got everything all gassed up, everything's all checked up, ready to go for tomorrow morning. And hopefully tomorrow afternoon my parts come in from the dealership, and then I can pick them up in the afternoon because I think it's going to be raining. But if it doesn't, I'll have to pick them up Tuesday morning. So I have the 2 yards that I skipped over. I'll have to pick them up on Friday, which would be no big deal. So it doesn't matter when I cut these yards. I just like to get them done before the following week, but it just didn't work out that way this week. So that is going to be the end of my video for today. I thank you for watching and subscribing. If you could check out the links in the description box below, we'd greatly appreciate it. Everybody have a good evening, and we will see you at the next yard.